Today's topics is the SD card and the speed of transfer. Video transfer rate. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm taking this opportunity to first time officially make a video recording with a brand new Sony FDR-AX700 camera. And that's gonna be a test and the main shot. Resolution is 4K and it's 30 frames per second. I couldn't wait for 60 frames per second. I waited long enough and I'm going with this camcorder for now. And it's very good quality. Let's go back to the main theme, talking about the cards. Okay, let's go do the math first, because I'm not very good in the math. I'm using this guy here. Calculator. Old calculator. Good old calculator. Let me just first open this thing. It's already here. Okay. Let's explain some stuff. 100 megabits. Checking my videos actually when I try to edit this specific video with the SD cards, I realized you guys don't watch actually I didn't record what I was talking about. I was talking about the rate speed of 100 megabits and I wanted to use the calculator, but you couldn't see the up top portion of it, which is silly. So 100 megabits per second, if you want to see how many megabyte, come on, stop, how many megabyte a second from 100 megabits transfer rate you have, you just simply divide it by number 8. I think it's 8.3 or something, but I just think it's just enough for general purposes to know 12.5 megabyte a second. If you multiply that number by 60, which is 60 seconds in a minute, you get 750 megabyte. It's pretty a lot. Megabyte, 750 megabyte a minute. And if you want to know how much you use per hour, it's multiplying by 60, you get 60 minutes, 45 gigabyte, 45,000, right? 1,000 the megabyte or 45 gigabyte. That's astonishing. That's a big number. That really is a big number. 45 gigabyte an hour. And if you have a 64 gigabyte card, that's roughly enough for 1 hour, 1 hour 18. But if you don't want to squeeze too much of it, then roughly like 80%, just leave 20%, then it should be okay to have that amount of card, a 64 card. That's why I say 64 card is just roughly enough for me when I want to record in 100 megabits 4K resolution maximum what this camera AX700 records. I think it's 1 hour. So if you have like 64 gigabyte card, 2 cards, it's 2 hours. If you want to combine it together continuously, loop recording, or if you want to record it at 2 cards at the same time, if it's something important, then you still have like 1 hour. 1 hour is not bad. 2 hours is better. So 128 gigabyte, I think V60 card Sony is just enough. And in this continuation of this video, I'm gonna try different cards, but you're gonna see it's not gonna work. Stick with something which is good, like V60 at least. Sony V60 or Sun card or Samsung card, but they have to be like 60 or 90, because I did try, you're gonna see, and didn't work. So just to spoil the whole video by telling you that doesn't work, but it is what it is. I recorded, I don't want to erase it. I just want to keep that because I did it. It's a part of the history. It's a learn and fall and get up. How can you say that? I don't know. I cannot express myself in English so good, but it's like learn on the go, and you make mistakes and you realize it's stupid or it's not so good, but whatever, life is life. anyway. Okay. I wanted to say, like, if you make mistakes, that's okay. It's still a learning process, right? And nobody's perfect, and only practice makes perfect. And if you don't try, how would you know? So you need to try out. Oh, by the time, I forgot. I changed the manual. So audio recording level was auto, and it was like general too high. It was like from the 31 maximum, it was then 28. Now I'm watching and it's barely like moving just in the like 1/3 and comes to the half. Channel 1, channel 2 when I watch the audio, and it's good because I put on manual 20 from 31. So maximum, but I guess it was on 28. So every time when I recorded the audio level, it was on 28 if it was on auto. Now I put the manual to 20, and I hope ham knows, including the wall clock ticking sound wouldn't be so noticeable because it's really quiet here, other than the wall clock. Not watch, but clock on the wall. Yeah, so it's manual audio, rates level, manual 20. I'm still learning, sorry about that. I'm a little bit excited, still excited about this camera, or camcorder, I should say. Okay, back to the main video, a couple days ago. So, there's a plenty of capacity. If we talk capacity, this guy I recently put into my camcorder, this one particular AX700, and it performs really flawlessly. Performs very good. Plus it has the option to be used directly in computer without card reader. This stuff, guys, Sony, they are very good, but they are very expensive. $150 Canadians for 64 gig. This one similarly priced. And just because it's this is a UHS2 card, because it has that extra pins on the back, you can see, which will not be used by this camera, this one too. Anyway, so that was a waste of money. It's okay for the future generation if you wanna do it, but not for this one. For this one, you just need UHS1 card with just one set of pins, so row of pins. Oh, this one is alive, and this one, as you can see, claims to be 15 megabytes a second. We just need, from previous thing and calculation, we just need 12.5 megabyte. This one has a 15 megabyte. So let's see, let's put it in the camcorder, the B slot, and try, is it gonna be working uninterrupted? Because this is V90, right? That means 90 megabyte a second for sure. Now we don't need 90, we just need 15, maybe 20 to be sure. 12.5 with this higher resolution, like the video transfer of 100 megabits per second, which is 12.5 megabyte a second. We don't need that much. So let's put it in and try it. Is it gonna work good? There you go. I'm gonna record with this card, as I said. So we're gonna put it in the slot B, the second slot, here. I'm gonna push it. There you go. Inconsistencies. Okay. Wanna make the card ready. This media does not support recording and playback. Okay, so it's not gonna work. There you go. So that's what you get. You get the message. So it's not gonna be working fine. Let's go and press record. It records. After I pressed it, but it's blinking. Let's stop it and let's see what's gonna happen. Go thumbnail, and that's a B slot. Nothing. So it doesn't want to work. Okay, now we know. So it does not support this card. So it's not gonna be accepted. And I have a reason why it's that. This is recorded by with the camera AX43. And now I'm gonna switch back to the main camera. So why is that? I switch back to AX700. Why it is that it doesn't want to record this? I have perfect explanation. Because the manufacturers, whoever is making it, they advertise that speed, but probably that's not the speed. That's the probably speed of the couple pictures or the buffer they can continuously work on it. But 12.5 is not enough, or 15. Probably it's like 10 or 8, just not enough juice. But with this one, it can work. I already proved it. So apparently you need just a couple of seconds later I found this adapter. It's also, that's my outside camera, also UHS 1 adapter, and the Sony with the speed of, let's check. Okay, speed is 32 gigabyte, but 40 megabyte a second. So that's according to this. This is V40 card, right? Because it can go continuously 40 megabyte a second. So which is significantly lower than the V90 guy here. There is a V90, V60, V30. This is basically V40. So with this card, which is still cheaper, and it's made by Sony, less capacity, we should be getting this new camera, even this one, at work. Not this one, because this is like a V15. We need at least V30, because we need, I repeat, 12.5 megabyte a second. This is 40 megabyte a second, as far as I can see. Yeah, let's try it. Okay. So push this card into adapter. Open the slot here. We're gonna use the slot B again. Goes this way. Let's see what's gonna happen. Nothing. Uh-oh, cannot recognize, format, and use again. Okay, we will format. Let me just switch them things. We're gonna go here. Okay, press the menu button here. Menu button is pressed. And go with this little joystick joggy controller or whatever. We're gonna go back to camera set. And we're gonna do, is it here? No. We're gonna go back to shooting. No. Where's the format? After a little bit searching, eventually we will find it. Status check camera. Must be here, format. No, yeah, media format. Okay, let's go press that. Memory card B, remember? Okay, we're gonna go click, and that's gonna be formatting the Sony 32 40 megabits per second, they claim. Okay, preparing the image database. It's taking a while here. Doesn't work. I'm gonna let it, but no, it doesn't work. Oh, it does. Stopped. Can't simulate. I'm always in the current memory card. So it doesn't work. There you go. It's very specific. Now we know. Let's try. Record? No, it doesn't record. It's a C1301. So the answer is it's not gonna be working. Thumbnails again to see did it record anything, and no, it did not. So it doesn't. There you go. Oh well, we tried. So it is very specific. So even if it says 40 megabits per second, it does not support it. So you have to stick with a V30 or V60. So at least now we tried the cards and it doesn't really work. So you need to have V60 or V90. I tried. What's the reason? Because they lie. It should be working, right? If it says continuous 40 megabit per second and you just need 12.5 megabyte a second, sorry. Continuous 40 megabyte a second and we need only 12.5 up to, so you can lower the 60 megabits or 100. If you go to maximum 100 megabits per second, it's still 12.5 megabyte a second. It should work. And it formatted, it recognized the card, it prepared, fixed the database, and it still didn't work. So they lie. It's not 40 megabyte a second. It's maybe 6 pictures or 20 pictures, and then it's a buffer or slows down. So it's not continuously, right? It has to be like at least 15 or 20. So V20, V30 should be good. I don't have any V30 card, but it should be working. When I get one, I'm gonna check it and I'm gonna post it down. But I'm pretty sure it has to be working if it's real V30. But I know V60 will work, because even if they lie a little bit with V60, imagine this: you have to go with 30 or 60. In this camera, 30 frames per second. So it's not like 30 frames and then stop. Every second 30 frames, it's a lot. It's a lot information, and it has to be continuously. So you have to have like extra roaming capacity. So that's why I assume you need at least V60 in order to compensate for some mistakes or problems. Also, you don't want to utilize use whole card capacity in any SD card or a solid state drive, because you lower the longevity and life of the card, and plus it's kind of crowded. It's extra tight inside if you go to 90 or 95. You usually go 80, 85. Similar like with the batteries. Like with yourself, you don't run 100% all the time. You run 60, 70, and then you slow down. You don't run 100% all the time. So just give it extra room, give it extra speed, and as I said, they try to sell the product and they always show the higher number. But anyway, just to get to the conclusion, you don't have to. If you have extra money, you can purchase one of these guys. But as I said, if you have the camera which uses this camera doesn't. So that was my purchase. I'm good for the later, but by the time I get a real good UHS reading capable camera, this 64 gigabytes is going to be good maybe for 10 minutes instead of 1 hour. Anyway, just to get the video to the end and conclusion and whatever, what we can see that the manufacturers, they do lie. They do lie. They just show off a little bit more. And if you want the real good stuff, you have to pay more money for more honey, right? But also you can save money. I would go with the Sony or the Sun or the good producer with the SD card, but stay at the V60 range. V60 is good, and it's still cheaper than the V90, and you don't need extra pins in this camera or similar. So always go check manuals and see what kind of camera do you need, and don't overpay, because extra money, what you spend on SD card, you can buy another SD card or you can buy more accessories. Okay, I'll keep on testing the cameras and SD cards and all the equipment, video equipment. As you know, I like flying and I like video taking, documentary, fun, recording animals, blogs, nature, everything. And everything about flying also. That's my first love. Then camcorders and cameras, and then the movie making. I'm gonna test, my next project will be put on one big rig, all 4 cameras, and then do the low recording, the testing with this big sensor compared to the Pocket DJI 2, another Sony 2 cameras, and put all 4 screens, like a split all 4 screens, and do it. Of course, this is most expensive. This is the best results of this camera, I expected, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see that test later. So I'm gonna do that test, and that's it for today. I feel a little bit disappointed because I must say honestly that I expect that's gonna work on at least one of these camera SD cards, and it didn't. So it is what it is. It records on both cards. Of course, it's V90. I just wanted to say at the end one more thing. If it sounds, the sound internally, recorded sound in this microphone or original camera, if it sounds a little bit not choppy but too harsh or too strong, I'm just still testing it. This is audio at auto, so it tends to get a little bit higher. I'm gonna try manual and to see if it's gonna be better, maybe less noise, audio noise or white noise, how they call it, like a hum. That hum is my refrigerator, that's not it. And clock is really loud. But that hum normally goes down if you go manually to 20, 22, maybe 25. This I think is pretty up, like up to 31, and I'm pretty sure that automatically goes on 28. So I'm still gonna testing the whole camera and audio setup, and I'm gonna see. And by the way, I'm recording using the standard SteadyShot. I'm not using the active one because it's cropping the image, and I don't like lose in quality. Like at the end, you pay extra money for quality. Why would you suffer and jeopardize your quality? Because basically that's the main reason why you buy the big clunky and chunky camcorder thing, and put so much money in order to record at lower resolution and cropped quality. Why? I don't like that. I use just the standard SteadyShot, and that's it for me. I'm gonna be experimenting with the gimbals probably later because it's pretty shaky. It's heavy camera and it's good, but for vlogging, it's not for vlogging because it's heavy. It's good if you have some other stuff, but if you hold it with your own hand, it's just too heavy. Okay, I'm just talking too much, repeating myself and kind of ranting over and over again. I'll let you go for now. See you later. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Okay, stay tuned. Bye bye. See ya. Have a nice life.